we have 20 chickens and 3 ducks, 3 peacocks, and 8 goats, and 4 mini horses, and a donkey and a pony, and 6 big horses, and 2 cats, 3 cats now, and a dog and a lizard. And like, all of them are special and need different care. And again, like, show me what it is to be human. Like, it's just having companions and animals, and just like another visual of like how lucky I am to be alive, I guess. Just like as simple as that. It's pretty romantic. It's really romantic living here. I think I just always wanted to be in nature. I had like a postage stamp backyard. We lived, my dad still lives there, in a duplex twin home. So I just wanted to spread out. And I've always thought the Hudson Valley was a really romantic seeming place. And it turns out it is romantic. And it's close enough to the city. So I could never give up city life. But I could never really full-time live there, because it's too much energy, too much of a vibration in the wrong way for me. And this has I feel like I'm like Mary Oliver's my favorite, obviously, from, many people's favorite poet. And I feel like I live in a poem up here. And I'm always kind of blown away by the way the sky looks, or the way the stars are, the way the trees are growing their leaves. There's always something to take you out of whatever despair. No, that's dramatic. Whatever stress you're feeling. I mean, I still feel a lot of stress, but I think that it's essential for my well-being. And I've always known that I needed to be in nature. And then I collected a bunch of animals. So that's also a full-time job. Christmas is always spent here on the farm. Christmas Day, without fail, it's like where we want to be. And then we just have little Christmases throughout the month of December, just so we can be home for Christmas Day. And I go to Allentown every year and see my grandma and my cousins. And so we have like our Christmas Eve, but it's usually like a week before Christmas. And yeah, it's always the same. But this year we are going to be in LA, and we have a really cool event with Baby List, Make It Cute, and Baby Lister. We're doing an event in LA in December. So all the girls, we're all going to be together again in a place that we haven't been together in a long time. So there's always something. And, I like routine. I like traditions. I really, really do. And now that I have my own kids, I'm trying to keep it the same every year, so they have their memories shaped in this way. It's like, as long as we're all willing to ask for help, I think we could probably get it. Childcare is really hard to find in this country, especially. And I'm lucky to say that, my mom has been living with us since my daughter came out of me. So I know how lucky I am. And I also that, like, I can just, if I need to go to the city for something and I have to stay overnight, which I don't do very often, I know that my kids are safe. And I gotta say, like, help is incredible, and you just have to remember to ask for it, because you can feel underwater. I know Maureen and Anne, we talk about this all the time. It's a constant struggle to be able to be present with the kids and help them through whatever phase that they're in, because it's never ending. The phases are never ending, and they're always new and interesting. It's messy, and I feel like having someone to send that picture to, who's gonna write back right away, has helped me tremendously as a parent. And that's my advice. I just, like, it's gonna be hard, no matter how much help you have. with my husband being home, our babysitter and my mom, it still feels like it's not enough people. And I know how lucky I am. So, help is a text away, I think. Ugh, God, not to worry so much about what people think or if they're comfortable. I mean, I'm trying to tell myself that now, actually. Like, I don't have to take care of everybody else. I don't emotionally, I wish I just stayed in my lane more, because I think I missed out on enjoying things more. Yeah, we're also hard on ourselves, especially in our early 20s. As adults, it's we have a chance to really support and hold our children in a way that we didn't hold ourselves. And so, not that I'm living vicariously through my kids, I'm not, but I think about that when I'm asked that question. It's like, I'm not asked it very often, but it's like I think about, her too, and not just me as a 20-year-old. I just think that you gotta worry less about how you're viewed, because you can't read people's minds. You just can't. You just have to be kind, conscientious about what, the consequences your choices have on other people, and stay in your lane, focus on what you want. And that's the healthiest way to walk through the world. Because God knows people aren't thinking about us as much as they're thinking about themselves. That's what I learned way too late in life. So yeah, pressure, man. The pressure we put on ourselves to like success and friends and money and, finding, it's like, it should be more about finding our own space to, a safe, like, space. During the pandemic, the world stopped, obviously, for everybody. And so every industry was shut down, and we were sitting in our houses more often than we ever thought we would, in a way that we hadn't experienced before. And so we wanted to we built houses out of boxes, and Anne was like doing a great job, like building these chic little houses made out of refrigerator boxes. And this is the thing, the age-old thing. Everybody wants to build houses out of boxes. We got to mow on a boat out of the boxes, and the boxes were everywhere, and they were ugly. In my house, not Anne's. Anne worked really hard when the kids were in bed to like do the shingles on the houses. We were just so in awe. And when the people in our bubbles would come over, or people in Anne's bubble would come over, they'd be like, "What? These are incredible. Can you make one for me?" It was one of those things where when we were on Zoom hanging out with a glass of wine, and we were all just kind of struggling, as we all were. And I think everybody obviously the world was struggling on different levels. We were just in our little bubbles thinking, what can we do? What can we do to utilize this opportunity, this time and space that we might never get back, to build something that we want to see in our houses and we want our kids to play with?